No. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Muni Misfits in the Morning. My name is Chris Larson. I'm the head golf professional at Osgood Golf Course. Sitting on my right and my left, the other two misfits. You guys want to introduce yourself?
It's been so crazy start off this season. I don't even know who I am anymore. No, I am Matt Cook, and I'm the head golf professional at Rose Creek Golf Course and Prairie Golf Course.
And I'm Greg McCullough, head golf professional at Edgewood Golf Course and El Zago Golf Course on the brilliant north side of Fargo.
Whoa, that's colorful.
Hey,
yeah, I do actually. And
I'm practicing.
It's brilliant over here. It looks very green as we look out the windows. So I tried to get you guys on the golf course in a late night test, but you said,
well, you guys could have went.
you could have been in here. We could have been out there.
Yep, I could have made fun of you from in here.
Yeah, you totally could have. So first off, thanks for tuning in. Pace of play.
Yes,
our
sir.
man behind the scenes. We don't give you enough love. We're happy to have you. What's our sub count?
95.
Okay.
5 more. We're doing a giveaway. 5 more.
Okay. Do we know what's in the giveaway?
It's big.
It's big.
It's huge.
Yes, very huge. Huge.
What? Like, can we just tease it a little bit?
Yeah. Well.
Or do you not know what's actually in this?
No, I it's going to be a something you can wear.
Oh.
And something you can hit, and something you can use your ball.
I feel like you're playing I Spy right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well,
And
that
fix your
sounds
dip.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, that's fantastic. So tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell anyone. Scream it on the mountaintops. We need to get to feel so bad 100 subscribers, and we're going to be giving away something.
We're in video 9. We don't have 100.
So, anyways, today we're going to be talking about what's happening at our golf courses, the 5 golf courses in the Fargo area, and then we're going to be having a little fun talking about our 2-on-2 off our leaderboard, and probably just going off the rails like we normally do. So, first, what is cooking? I should say, what's cooking cookie at Rose Creek? What's happening at Rose Creek?
You know what? We just keep plugging away. It's been active. We just had the EDC on Wednesday, and that was kind of a fun race. Davies snuck out a victory by a shot. 72, Jace Johnson was low individual.
By the way, you called it.
Yeah.
Didn't you? Because you said people were asking you what the low score was going to be, and you were like, didn't you say 71 or 72?
When I said, as far as the kind of the preview they had the week before, which was Fargo South / Davies invite, I had said I thought the low score was going to be 70.
And everyone's like,
and it ended up,
we're going to rip this up. It's going to be 67.
And they were playing it a little bit shorter, like I said before, all middle pin placements. And so set up relatively easy on a perfect day.
Yeah.
And 71 ended up being the low score. EDC was set up much longer. There were some hole locations that were a little more challenging. And Jay snuck it out with a 72. I think Landon Olson, was right there at 73.
Fargo North, let's go. I'm not a favorite. Well, I am playing favorites, yes.
Yeah, so
Fargo North, let's go.
It was a good tournament. We got the state tournament out there next Tuesday and Wednesday, so that should be kind of fun as well. It should be a battle to see who the team champion is going to be this year.
So is it common? Do you guys know, is it common for EDC to be played at the same course as the state tournament? Always.
Yep.
Okay.
So if the tournament's out east, EDC and state are at the same, and when it's out west, the Western, I don't know what it is called now, WDAA, WDC, something like that, they'll have it at the state and the conference tournament in the same place.
Okay.
Yep.
And so then as far as the team qualifiers, kind of looked at even the team qualifiers, no one broke the 300 mark on the team. I think 301.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 301 was the team total that won?
Correct.
So, Creek held its own. Man. Yeah.
Well, he had it set up. A, home cooking, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and B, over here Two of the pins were in the bunker. One was in the rough. Three of them were on the fringe.
Usually I try to have a little bit more involvement in some of the tournaments in the past. And this one, I truly kind of just texted our superintendent, Eric Hansen, and his assistant, Joel Sparrow. And I said, listen, if you could just give me a 6-6-6 setup, basically 6 relatively easy hole locations, 6 medium hole locations, and 6 challenging hole locations. And when I talked to,
he took it as 666.
Well, no, I think
sign of the beast.
Right.
I think they hit it on the nose. I unfortunately wasn't there on Wednesday because I was chasing my daughter around in her own golf tournament that day. But they did have. When I talked to a couple of coaches, they said no, it was fair. There were some difficult ones, but it was a good test. And so I think they've got some doozies coming yet. So I think it's only going to be a little bit tougher. So we'll see, the conditions bring next Tuesday and Wednesday. Hopefully it's not going to be blowing like 25 to 30 like it was the other day.
Just don't do what they did in the girls' Iowa State tournament. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, you have to Google.
Oh, yes, I did. They were talking about a couple of those hole locations or one in particular
that
where it
one
was
in
unplayable.
particular. Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Took them 7 hours to play because this one hole pin was on kind of a slope, and I think 15s were pretty common on that hole. Yeah, don't do that.
There's only, that's the
You're
nice
setting
thing.
up a golf course for events.
Yeah,
Set them up, right? Set them up.
Right.
What we would consider easy, our superintendents would, they have a little different version of what easy and hard is, but you're not identifying the best player by getting a circus.
There's kind of difficult and there's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
This was Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. So, but no, other than that, we have our Rose Creek Men's Club 2-person scramble this Saturday. We've got a nice field for that. I think there is approximately 44 teams. And we've got some really good teams there. So it should be kind of fun to see what the scores are like as well. And men's club and ladies are still just continuing to do very, very well. And so if you're ever interested in joining a league, we've all got it's called to the Gow Shop. So,
all right. So what's happening on Edgewood?
Yeah.
What do we got?
Golf courses were pretty good. We're on crest number 7, I believe, right now. But no, it is. But it we make fun of it a little bit, but I don't want people to get the wrong impression. The golf course is really good. We're actually back playing full length now. We have a couple cart areas, but other than that, the golf course is exceptional. Leagues are going really well. School's out now, so we got summertime hitting, so we got some other things cooking. Corporate stuff starts next week, so we're excited.
And I did catch a little bit of Tommy's tips because some of those went on.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're gonna have Tommy's tips. Tom Burton is assistant at Edgewood Golf Course.
Happy to have that.
That's
cool.
Yeah, we're very lucky and very happy to have Tom. So we'll continue that throughout the year. If you have anything you want to talk about, we had one suggestion, so we'll get to that probably in our next one.
Okay.
Every
Awesome.
Tuesday, Thursday. Yep.
And for those of you watching too, be sure to go ahead, subscribe, like. What else do you do? Do you follow? You do all that type of stuff, right? And then also fargogolf.net. Be sure to log into there, get all your information for anything that's happening with Fargo Golf.
And this little soiree that we have here is going on Spotify, right, Pace?
That is correct. It'll be Apple next week.
There we go. So we'll be able to.
Do we have to pay anything for that?
You do.
Wage garnishment.
That's an intern fee.
Wow, this is awesome.
I think it is, although they're kind of going towards like
Unsubs-
off video.
unsubscribing?
What's that saying about us?
Well, like Joe Rogan, how much money did he get to go to Spotify? Even in the didn't he get like crazy amounts of like DJ going to Live Golf Tour type money? Anyways,
We've got more than 95 subscribers.
he does slightly more, like 95 million. Yeah,
So gotta get to the 2 comments.
Over 200 million.
What?
Yeah, for Joe Rogan.
That's a fast fact check. Way to
So
go, Pace.
now I might be the only person on the planet, and who's Joe Rogan?
Man.
So there you go.
Yeah,
I gotta get out more.
Yeah, you might have to get us a little picture there for GMAX so you can see who Joe Rogan is.
Sure.
And then for me, as far as Osgood stuff that's happening there, we had an awesome night last night. Albeit it was super, super windy. We had our junior golf kickoff night, so we had all the families out and we had cookies and soda. And I'm surprised you guys weren't there. You guys usually like that kind of stuff. And mini golf out on the putting green, and then we had a little game out on the 3-hole loop and stuff. So we had a lot of fun. It was a good time. We were gonna have the inflatable games, that we have from but we figured we didn't want to be on the news, and have kids flying away to Dilworth, So we'll save those for another day. But it was fantastic. It was awesome. We're really looking forward to a solid junior golf season, which kicks off on Monday. We go Mondays and Wednesdays. So very, very promising. Now, PGA Junior League's another thing. How are you doing on PGA Junior League?
We've got the schedule all etched out now.
Okay.
And so we're going to get that out this afternoon to everybody. And so
Do I know about the schedule?
Oh, you do?
No, I don't think I do.
Breaking news. Can you get a breaking
that's
news?
That's a post meeting after the show.
Yep. And so, we've got a great bunch of kids once again, as far as I think over 7 different facilities. I think there's probably 14 teams, and so it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's kids kind of ranging 8 to 13 that are going to be out there competing and learning the game, and so no, it's a great program.
And the PGA Junior League format's so fun in the fact that, in my opinion, it's designed for the kid that is just getting into competitions, right? All the way up to the kid that's established, right, in playing in events and things like that. But for the kids that are just kind of seeking out their first experience with competing and actually this formalized form of golf, right? Awesome, because they get to play with a friend, they get to play on a team, they get to play in a scramble, they get to play in forward tees. It's all designed for them, and it takes some of that pressure off, which I think, when you plug a kid into an individual game and they're going out and playing medal play, there can be some unsubscribing. You know what I mean? There can be some kids oh man, that was a lot of pressure. I don't want to do that anymore. So the format kind of gets them into it, eases them into it, and I love it. So and I think this year most of our courses have 2 teams around the area. So lots of kids playing golf. It's going to be just awesome.
Yeah.
And we have our opener on the 13th.
Correct.
Is that right? So that's
Monday the 13th. Yeah.
That's coming up quick.
It is. Yeah. Practices start next week. Competitions following. And then all of the Soda Series stuff within the Minnesota section for youth. I mean, they've got all different levels too. It's kind of all go now.
Yeah. And then also I forgot too, if any of you are watching this live, any of you close to, I'm going to round up. I'm going to say we have 100. Any of you 100 have any questions, any comments, suggestions, anything you want, we're live. We are live right now. So you can go ahead and interact with us. We'll get to your questions as they come through. We can see those pop up through Facebook and on YouTube. So feel free to interact with us as we're on camera. So we got some leaderboard stuff. You got the graphic queued up, Pace? We good? There's so much action going on back there. All right. So first up, leaderboard. I love that. Justin Rose. What do we got on the leaderboard, guys? What's up top?
G-Mac, you got anything?
No, do you?
Oh,
I've got
Chris does.
I got it.
Go nuts.
Well, so mine is a little bit more localized, right? So couples night out at Osgood. I'm being a little bit selfish here, but
Good.
Holy cow. We put out a little just a little email and said, hey, we're going to do a couples night. We had no idea, we're just trying stuff. So, and then in a matter of 48 hours, we had, 18 teams sign up for couples night. So, and that's tonight. We're playing a game called Photo Scavenger Hunt, and I'm super excited for that one because we get to, anytime we run couples night, golf is kind of secondary, right? You get a lot of people that are just having fun, and golf is just almost the vehicle that got them there, the commonality. But now we're in a cart, we're gonna go have some fun, we're gonna have some drinks, and we're gonna just kind of be silly for a couple hours. So really excited about just our first couples night. It feels like it's the golf season now. It's June. It feels like summer, trying to get there, right? So I don't know. That's on for tonight. I'm really excited to have that kicking off out of Osgood.
And you have it's supposed to be a weekly deal then?
So we go kind of like every other week. There's some times that we've got some events and things and scheduling conflicts that we can't do it completely every other. But yeah, you can actually go online. You can go to osgood.golfgenius.com and you can see all of our events that you can register for in the couples series. So
that could be season pass holders or non-season pass
correct.
holders.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So we've got some fun games listed. So we got some trivia nights. We got some minute to win it. We got some really interesting games out there. But tonight is photo scavenger hunt. So they're going to be out there snapping pictures, taking selfies of all sorts of goofy stuff.
G-Mac,
so
you and I photo bombing tonight.
yeah, hey, you guys,
Well,
come on out. You're a couple.
I was there
Yeah.
last night at both your places, and you didn't even know I was there.
Oh man,
You were?
I was.
Where were?
I
Were you
was.
hiding in the bushes?
No, I
Where
was.
were
I
you?
was walking
You hitting
around.
balls?
Yeah, I was walking around.
No, you weren't.
I was still checking out like at 10:15. You should have come down and seen me.
Well, you had junior golf last night too.
Yeah, I did. Different type of junior, but
Do you guys have anything on the leaderboard?
well, you know
I
what?
can't believe you're
got-
holding on one.
Well, I think it's huge that we've got the U.S. Open going for the women this week. Yeah, and they're playing at Pine Needles Diamonds, and Amy Olsen's playing, and she played very well. Shot 2 under. She's tied for 8th right now. Stepping it up, when it counts as far as in the majors. She's been there before.
Yep.
And so it'll be kind of fun to see how that plays out this week. I hope she has a great finish here. Greg, you just had a chance to make that trip last fall.
Yeah.
And you talked very highly of the golf course. You allowed me to travel with you guys here 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I didn't get a chance to see a lot of it yesterday, but it'll be interesting because obviously they're in the sand hills of North Carolina. So I don't believe there's a lot of rough. Around the U.S. Open, we think 6 to 8 inch, 9 inch rough. I don't believe there's a lot of rough, but there's a lot of pine needles on the side, sandy areas if you hit it off versus rough. Greens are obviously in that area, kind of Churchill. There's lots of runoffs. There's lots of left to right, right to left. So you got to be able to move your golf ball in a couple different ways. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, it's a really good golf. I don't know what the scores will be like. I mean, I think 5 or 6 under, 7 maybe was leading. So I think things will probably start to get a little tougher.
Is there particular traits that are skill sets that would favor playing that golf course?
Sure. I think being able to control your distance, obviously, in U.S. Open is key. You're going to have to keep it in play if you can. Par threes are really good there. You want to hit it 25 feet short or 25 feet long all the time because, again, the greens are, they'll be in areas where the ball will run away from the hole in a lot of different spots. So I would think somebody who can either A, has the right numbers a lot, whatever your full wedge is, whatever that number is, those players will probably play a little better than if you have partial shots. Up and down around the greens will be very interesting because it's, the lies are really tight there and you're always hitting up to a spot and then you're down to a spot. So good short game, but I think the iron control, right distance will be a key.
Is that, some people probably have watched Pinehurst 2 before in some of the history. Some of the green complexes resemble that at all, or is it a little different than that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different. It's not as severe as number 2.
Okay.
But that whole area kind of has that feel of the greens are kind of perched.
Donald Ross.
Yeah, Donald Ross. The ball tends to run away instead of funnel towards. So there'll be a lot of similarities there in the look and what it is, but it's not as severe as number 2.
USGA likes pine needles too. They've used pine needles for like the AM. They've used it for, I believe, how many times has it been for the U.S. women's?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I feel like this course in particular sets up very well for a women's championship.
Yeah, I think that the yardage part of it works out for
Mhm.
them, and they can change the holes to make I think they played like number 3 at 125 yards yesterday. I think they can move that back to like 160. So there's a variety of holes and in pin locations that they can use throughout the
Oh.
week.
Looks like I got some competition here, guys. They've got a short course and they call it the Loop.
Yeah,
Wow.
better be careful.
Yeah. Well, don't steal this, Pine Needles. Okay, this is us. All right.
It was pretty cool though. I mean, I think at one point, is it Mina Haragay
Yep.
is leading at 7 under right now, and I always botch Ingrid's name. Ingrid Lynn, is it Lindblad?
Sure.
The amateur.
Sure.
She was leading it
Yep.
through. I mean, a good
Most of the
portion
day.
of the day
Yep.
at 6 under. You know,
Annika's playing. Annika Sorenstam's playing. She shot 3 over,
okay.
kind of in that cut area ish.
Wow.
And I think Amy plays this afternoon. So again, as U.S. Opens tend to go, USGA events tend to go. That first day, you better get it that first day because obviously the golf course gets firmer as they go along, and I think that it gets kind of progressively harder as it goes along.
So rolling into the one spot here, and you gotta be a proud dad, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm just waiting for you to like give it up, right? In the one spot, tell us what happened.
I've got a daughter who's a freshman this year. I've been really fortunate. I have 4 kids, and all 4 of my kids have played golf through their high school careers, you know, at some level, you know. And so it's always fun, you know, to be able to introduce your kids to the game of golf, you know, and experience that, and something fun you can do with all the family. And so they all have different successes at different levels. And Sophie right now, she's a freshman at Holly High School, and has really kind of gotten the passion to play. She plays 3 sports. She plays volleyball, basketball, and golf. And golf is certainly her favorite. And she really works at it hard. And she's kind of like a little sponge. And, you know, and so it kind of likes to, you know, knows what's going on and how to improve. And the other thing is really kind of cool. She's just very level-headed, you know, and so she just doesn't get too high or too low. And definitely, I know it. And so anyway, with all those things, she's
hearing all of these great characteristics of your daughter, and I'm just hearing this has got to be mom. Right
yeah,
now.
it's
Very,
definitely
very
all
much
mom. Trust me. Yes, trust me. But no, and she's continued to just kind of improve every year. And so she's played, I think, the last 2 or 3 years on the varsity team at Holly. And this year, she's kind of starting to see things trend in the right direction for her. We played the conference tournament at Wildflower, and she played pretty well at Wildflower, ended up winning the conference tournament.
Awesome.
She's got some good competition she got the state champ, Mallory Belka. Mallory hasn't been playing her best as of recent. Hopefully that improves now as we move into the sections. And so she was really, she was excited, but she also knew that Mallory didn't have her best, but Sophie did play well. And then we went into the subsections, played at Headwaters, and she really had a nice round going there. It was fun to see. She had it 4 over par going into her 17th hole, which for her was playing the front side, and she made a triple on the par 3 coming on in. But she had a 7-shot lead at the time. And so then she kind of, now it was just, she's going in her 9th hole, and she's never broken 80 in a high school competition round just yet. So she's sitting at 7 over, playing a par 5, number 9. She hits a great tee shot and rips her 2nd shot down just short and right of the green, and pitches it on and hits a putt about 2.5 feet away. And her and her mom, or me and her mom, are just like, you know, just shaking like a leaf at a tree. Like, oh, is she going to break 80? And she puts it on in, and she just kind of casually smiles and walks around. But, you know, it's always fun to watch your kids, you know, whatever it is, whether it's band, choir, you know, athletics. And so it was kind of fun with that. And she's really been fortunate. Kudos to some of the girls she's played with. You know, Mallory Buck is a great player, going to go play Division I at St. Thomas. And she's been a, you know, great mentor to Sophie. She played with a girl from Burgess Falls, a really good player as well. It's just been kind of fun for her to kind of watch them and watch their manners and how they work their way around the golf course. And so that's just kind of cool. We just have fun with it. And, you know, like I said, going off to the sections, and we'll see where that lands. But, you know, either way, it's just great to see them out playing golf and enjoying the sport. So,
yeah, so kudos to Sophie. That was really cool to hear when you said that, and to do it at Headwaters, right? Because that's a track.
It's kind of, it's like, you know, and you know, with all this, you know, it's really golf in the big picture, you know, it's a game. You know, and I think that's kind of what we've kind of instilled in that too. And we've even told her, like, every step of the way, she's had some kind of ups and downs early this year, and, you know, some scores were not very good. She was hitting some really quality shots, but just kind of some bad decisions, stinkers and shots here and there. But, you know, it's kind of like each of these levels kind of just, I always feel like kind of like an exam. It's like kind of measuring yourself, like, how do we do?
Yep.
You know, and you just try to keep going the steps. So obviously your ultimate goal is to make it to the state tournament and see if she can just play some good golf there. But we'll see. But no, it was a lot of fun. It's just fun watching. The boys were there too. The Holly boys were going neck and neck with the Fergus boys, and it got down to the 18th hole where all the Holly boys kind of just stumbled a little bit, and they ended up finishing second, which they'll advance to the section too. But just watching all this high school golf right now is just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many good players out there in high school, and this would be interesting to hear your guys' comments. But like, I look back and I still got clippings when I played as a junior golfer.
Of course.
And I thought we had, yeah, I know, but it was kind of funny. You know, we had some,
They're framed,
you know,
actually.
back when I played, we had the guys like Steve Murdoch and Jim Mickelson and I miss a bunch of people here, Jeff Lamb, a lot of players that went on to be really good players. And I thought, you know, boy, the competition was really pretty good. And I looked at the scores back then, and it wasn't even close to what they are now. You know, I think there's a lot to it. I think, you know, obviously equipment is different. I think it makes a big difference in that. But I also think as far as, you know, the opportunities for kids right now, both to get instruction opportunities, for playing opportunities, you know, all the technology out there that we all learn more and more about, I think is all part of it. And golf course conditions have changed so much. I mean, they're so much better. And, you know, I don't know if there's anything else you guys can think of, but the scores really are truly amazing when you look at it, you know, across the board in the region and then nationwide.
Well, I would hope that the scores would be getting better, right? With all the advancements that we have, even just in instruction and programming and, like you said, equipment, everything, we have to be getting better. If we're not getting better, what are we doing? You know, so we want these scores to keep getting better and better and continue improving. I mean, the golf courses, are they getting tougher? No, they should be getting easier with all of these advancements. It's not like we're building bigger, more difficult. We were, but right now we're not building more difficult golf courses. So, yeah, but I think the same thing when I see some of these scores. I'm like, man, kids are gaming out there. That's really cool. So, yeah, it is, and it's fun to see. We say this every week, but it's fun to see when they actually have some weather and we can actually see the talent, right? To see what's happening rather than. Man, I felt so bad for the kids when they were the Class B boys that were playing out at Oxbow. My gosh, that had to have just been agony watching that because, you know, in that big open and how the wind was blowing at like 40. Yeah. Holy cow. So, but I saw 70. Was there a 72 in the opening round?
I did not see any scores.
Okay. I didn't either.
But yeah, I mean, man, that would have been a tough one to pull off this time of year. So, well, that's our leaderboard segment. Now we go into our fan favorite 2-on-2 off, and Cookie, you're dressed for it. So he's got
Cookie's got one in, one out. I made him do that. He was prim and proper.
Right.
I made him take it out.
All right. So I've got a 2-on-2 off. I am and for those of you that don't know, our 2-on-2 off segment is kind of like a high-low, right? Something that it's the best of times, it's the worst of times, right? So one thing that I see happening right now, and I feel for the guy because I'm a huge Ricky Fowler fan. I love watching that dude play, and I think that he's great with the fans. He's great with juniors, and he is kind of like, for a while there, it seemed like he was almost the new age embodiment of Arnold Palmer, you know, and that's really who he was striving to emulate. And I just like how he relates to people. So yes, he's into the Memorial. He's got a sponsor's exemption. Okay. I want him to play so well. All right. And then on the flip side of things, he has to then turn around and actually go into the local qualifier to try and get into the U.S. Open. It's like, man, for a guy that was just on the top of his game, it seemed like it wasn't that long ago. I mean, there was a year there where he didn't finish outside the top 5 in a major. You know, he played all 4 and finished in the top 5, and now he's just struggling to maintain his tour status. So, anyways, Ricky, if you're watching this, I know you're one of our 100 subscribers. Go get him, buddy. Go get him. All right, I'm pulling for you.
and I'm sure he's playing in Columbus, Ohio at the sectional.
Yep.
We also have a local,
Yeah.
Zach Sklebar from Fargo, North Fargo kid. Obviously, he's playing at Columbus as well, and he got his pairings this week.
I know.
And I've talked to his dad, and he was pretty excited about with Brad Snedeker, that we all probably know, and Robert Streb, who you happen to know.
I do. Yeah.
Kansas State.
Yep.
So he gets to participate and an opportunity to go to the next level, but you also get to spend 10 hours with two tour players, which will be a great experience for Zach.
Wow. I don't know Zach well enough. Is that something he'll kind of like eat up, or is that going to be quite intimidating?
Well,
We need to talk to him.
I mean, we do need to talk to him.
Zach, are you one of our 100? Called
We'll
Showman.
get Zach. We'll
Okay.
get Zach in here. Be nice next week. We'll see if that can happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what his schedule is, but Zach is very calm on the outside. I don't know what's going on the inside, but he's very calm and he's very confident in what he does. Again, when you get to that level, you never really know how you're going to react. But I think he'll just kind of take it in stride, and he's just playing with two more players. They just happen to be PGA Tour players. No big deal.
Worth millions and millions of dollars.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Well, cool. What would you do, Cookie, if you're teeing it up?
Oh, I don't know. I think I would probably throw up the night before I went to bed, and I'd probably throw up during the night, and I'd throw up one more time before teeing it up,
You don't have anything.
and then I'd
to
probably just
throw.
pass out on the first tee.
Yeah, from dehydration.
Right,
Right? Yeah.
exactly.
It is the worst feeling in the world, and I am not kidding. I mean, I've not been to that level.
Yeah.
But I qualified for the national assistants one year, and there was fans. It was a pretty tight golf course, and I got to that first tee, and I couldn't breathe. It felt like I sat above the ball for like 3 minutes. I was so afraid I was going to hurt somebody. It's pretty different to get on that stage.
Was that after you won at White Bear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And where was your?
Thorny Lee Golf Club in Brockton, Mass.
Oh wow.
Fantastic old facility. Yeah, fantastic. We had a great week there. It was awesome. I was 6 or 7 steps above my level that I should have been at.
Whatever.
No, seriously. Again, right? So I look back at the names,
Yeah.
and there's 9 guys that played that week that are on the Champions Tour.
Wow.
And they're successful on the Champions Tour. So it was a great week, but it was horrible. That first shot was horrible.
Your wow was that you got amazed that you played with that good of players. I was saying, wow, I can't believe you're that old.
I am that old. Bernard Longer and I are like almost the same age.
Oh.
All right. What else we got on the 2-on, 2-off? 2-on, 2-off. Yeah. Anything else?
Well, locally, Tom's playing in the Memorial
Oh, yeah,
as well.
Tom
I
Tracker.
think he was one over yesterday. Probably tied for right around 57th or somewhere in that area.
That's the cut right now. So
58 is what I got.
He plays later this afternoon. He had one bad hole yesterday. Other than that, I think he was pretty steady. So hopefully he can make another cut, make another run.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
exactly.
great.
Oh man. All right. What else we got today, guys?
Live tour update.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about that.
first of all,
That is an on and an off. That is a perfect live.
You saw the list.
Yes.
Was there like 4 people that were lower than top 50 in world rankings that are on that?
4 people that are above top 50 or below?
No, I mean 4 people
That are better than
that
top
are
50?
better top 50.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Did that list kind of get you excited to watch the live tour?
Yeah, it really did.
Okay.
Were you surprised at the list?
No, not at
Just
all. But I mean,
one?
it's
Just one? Well, who were you surprised with?
Okay, DJ.
DJ,
I was
yeah.
very surprised with DJ because he kind of casted it out right at the beginning, like, no, I won't be. Right? He kind of made an early comment when people were. It almost seems like right now we're hunting down these people, right? Right? But it's like the scarlet letter, right? We're picking these guys out, and it's like, done. You guys are done. We don't need you, right? But yeah, I was surprised that DJ kind of went back and said, I'll play.
125 million.
Yeah, that speaks loudly.
Without the purses. That's without purses.
Yeah.
And if you look at the field, he might win every tournament at $5.5 million in the event.
12 teams, 48 players, intense competition, new rivalries.
That's what I ranted last week, just because, like I said, I like to see guys truly compete and want to go and set records and win tournaments and whatever else. And Dustin just doesn't seem to me he's that type of character. You know what? I think he enjoys so many other things, and maybe that's an awesome thing. He's got a lot of other hobbies. He wants to spend more time, I think, with his wife and kids. He's going to be able to make a lot of money really, really fast and ride off in the sunset and do what he wants to do.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that either, you know. And
Kepka's playing though, so
not the Kepka we know.
Yeah,
Chase Kepka.
That's right.
Yeah,
I saw that first and I was like, ooh, oh.
and there's a lot of other guys, like I say, they're long in the tooth, late in their career. Probably a great money grab at this point, and some of these other individuals that have probably been struggling, they're going to get paid a boatload of money. It probably all makes sense. It's just, I don't know. I just don't see the thing going, but I guess we'll see after the first event of what it's like. And
Louis Oosthuizen, that's a surprise to me. I feel like he's still
relevant.
Yeah, I do.
I get Sergio, Poulter, Kevin Na, McDowell.
How's this going to affect these guys like future, as far as like, will they ever be Ryder Cup participants again? Will they ever be captain's consideration? Will they ever be able to play a major again? I wonder about the PGA Tour, how hard they're going to come down on these guys.
And another one that's kind of surprising too, Taylor Gooch, because he's been playing so well. Like that kind of seems, and we don't know what the dollar amounts are that are getting tossed at these guys, but I gotta think that for a guy that's playing really well, Swafford Hudson, I mean, these are kind of guys that are up and comers. They're not moving the dial. They're not moving the needle. You're not like going out to really see these guys play. Right. But right now, they are churning serious dollars on the PGA Tour. So to be able to supplant that and make the jump, potentially never come back to the PGA Tour if they want to come down hard on these guys, it had to be, substantial. So, continue to watch this drama unfold here. I love talking about it, but I just wonder what the impact is going to be.
Right.
So, and the first event is when's the first event?
June 6th, I think, maybe around there, or 9th, somewhere in that area.
June 9th. Yep. London.
Same time as the Canadian Open, I believe.
Right.
Oh, and that's what kind of came down on DJ with the RBC, and he had all that money. Yep. Okay. Interesting.
We'll see.
Stay tuned.
We'll see.
So, well, you guys have anything else to add? Do we have any comments?
No comments today. No.
What the heck? Are people sleeping in today? It's summer.
We can't even get Jim to comment today.
No comments today.
All right. So always we come back to the comments too. So I know it's early for a lot of people right now. People are sleeping in. It's summer. So go ahead, still comment on anything that was talked about today. We'll come back to those and get you some answers. Also, if you got any suggestions, what you want to see, what you want us to talk about, we'd love to help you out there. So fargogolf.net. You can learn all about all 5 Fargo golf courses. Subscribe. We're going to go to Spotify, apparently.
Yep.
I don't know what that all entails. But yeah, we're just going to be everywhere. Okay. So go ahead and come on out, play golf. I don't know.
We're going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. If you don't subscribe, we're coming after you. One way or the other, we're going to get you.
So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. This is Muni Misfits in the Morning. We will see you next week, Friday, 7 o'clock, with these two schlubs and me.